Okay, stream is live. I did not post in the Discord again. Whatever. Game today is Resistance is Fruitile, and it's one of those games that I went to test the controls and last night, and I got really into it, and I beat it. It's a short roguelike-y game, but you know, I completed a run, and I don't think, it doesn't seem like anyway that there would be any additional content a la beating Mom unlocks the heart in Isaac and so on and so forth. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm excited to show it off. Okay, yep, should be showing up. Also, this game not only has inbuilt controller support, you can even choose the type! That, I think, is literally the first time an option like this has shown up in a game. So, mwah! 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 100% A+. Best game I've played yet. So, when I played off stream, I chose the Bride instead of the Groom. So let's try the Groom this time. And if that doesn't go well, I know I can beat the game with the Bride. So that is interesting. They're not equal. Don't take that out of context. But the Bride uses a shotgun instead. Also, you see down at the bottom right, I have minerals, 21,000 of them. That's from my successful run. That's for this guy up here. You can... Orb. That's new. Weird. So, this is your power-up board. Every time you level up, you get to look at one of these cards, and then put it back face down. And then you can pick one to keep. So if I look at this one, thanks a bunch. And I pay 10 minerals to do that, outside of leveling. I will refrain from doing so right at the beginning here, and just play normally. Already, I can't help but feel that the Bride is a lot stronger. She has a shotgun, and this is a game with lots of waves of enemies. And the shotgun felt really strong. Also, I am playing with a controller now as opposed to a mouse, but like... What's the... Okay, it's all one. There's a dash button, and I'm like, what is it? Yep, and there's the mine. Okay. Yeah, you can also place down mines, and they will, if nothing steps over them, they'll just start shooting out like these buzzsaws, and as a mine, as you would expect a mine to do, it will explode if an enemy walks onto it. And it is quite strong. It is nice that this game is also multiplayer. Like, you could have one player on keyboard and mouse and another on controller, and it would play really smoothly. An apple a day, that is decent, but I don't need it yet. Piercing. Oh, I got 2 levels, actually. Movement speed. Bullet damage. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It is a lot easier to play this with keyboard and mouse, which has way more precise, which is always going to have way more precise aiming. Getting bullet damage so early is pretty nice. The gems on the ground, those are the minerals, so you don't really need to collect them if you don't want to. Ooh, yeah. So, as you fight, you fill a power meter, and when it's full, you can hit one button to go into super mode, or another button to heal a heart of health. The fact that you can heal with it is what makes this game actually very reasonable to beat. That makes your power meter go up faster, which is good later. Bouncing bullets could be useful. Incidentally, the story to this game, such as it is, I suppose I did miss it since, you know, I'm playing on a file that's already had some playtime, is that, you know, this groom and his bride were set to get married, and then Fruits came out and stole their wedding cake. That's it. That's the story. Get the cake back from the Fruits. One of those may as well have not written anything sort of deals, but that's not a bad thing. Oh no, I got hit. You really want to take out that central grape because he can really cause problems. Yeah, I think after this run, I will go back to keyboard and mouse. It is just a lot more pleasant to play. But the fact that this game has native controller support, and it even has the ability to choose between Xbox and PlayStation, that one's no good. That's just incredible. So now I can continue firing while phase dashing, which is nice, but it's like not that important, really. Shred him with the ricochet. It's worth mentioning that there are no health pickups. The only way to regain health is to use your power. So that's why it's so important to eventually get the increased power generation. But it's not really important at the beginning because your super modes are not that strong yet. And you're probably not taking, literally as I'm saying it, but you're probably not taking that much damage. The fruit bowls spawn enemies, in this case blueberries. They usually just like, you know, bounce around and try to touch you. They have a lot of health though. Yeah, the Groom's super mode feels actually quite a lot stronger than the Bride's, which is particularly interesting because in the late game, when you get a lot of upgrades to your super mode, it was insanely strong. So I'm curious to see how chuff the Groom's gets. But overall, it feels like the Bride is a lot stronger. But that could, you know, just as easily be an artifact of me using controller. So I will do another run after this, after the inevitable death year, where I use keyboard and mouse. Yeah, let's take an out blood day now. That makes it so that self-healing heals an additional half heart. Which I'm already starting to need. Yeah, it is really nice as the Bride to just like get right up to these fruit bowls and blast them point blank so you get 100% damage. You can usually take them out in just a couple hits, or in the late game, you know, not that many hits. I think about how many hits it takes me to kill these things and remember that I have increased bullet strength already. They're really tanky. Oh, and I touched the green grapes. Touch the sour grapes. They are basically the Exploder Men from Smash TV, if you know that game. In fact, this whole game is very Smash TV-ish. But yeah, they'll like go into a corner and start shaking, and then eventually blow up into shrapnel. They're not that dangerous. There are pomegranates later that are a lot more dangerous because they are super tanky and they shoot out more projectiles that do additional damage. No, I don't want that. Increased XP gain. Well, I mean, I suppose. And I can take, the first card was also that, so I guess I could take that on the next level up. It's nice being able to hold on to your power-ups. Like, I don't need it here, and I don't really need the half heart. But it's nice to have in your pocket, you know. Especially early on when you gain power kind of slowly. Being able to hold on to it then, super handy. Okay. You were also just straight up invincible when you're in super mode, incidentally. And there are a bunch of cards that increase the effect of super mode in some way. Notably, one of them increases its duration, and if you gain 2 of the same duration cards, then it will also make it so any upgrades you have to your regular bullets also applies to the super. And that's where it just gets insanely strong. Really want to deal with that machine gunner first. He's a real hassle. Oh. Well, there's my heal for a heart and a half. And now I can take the other experience up card. Oh. Enemies that shoot red bullets deal a full heart of damage. And at least until you get 2 apple a day cards, and then they'll only do the normal half heart. Oh man, I'm getting shredded. It's worth it to dash away from red enemies, red bullet enemies, even if it means hitting something else, just because then that'll do less damage. Can I have my level up, please? Thank you. Yeah. Also, increased mineral drop rate. I don't really care about that. So let's see how this first boss goes. There's like 4 bosses in the game. Heard through the grapevine that you lost your little wedding cake. Well, I don't give a fig. It's ours now. This boss is easier for the groom just because you do full damage from range, whereas the bride using a shotgun, using a video game shotgun, does piddlywinks at long range. And remember to lay down a new mine whenever yours blows up, so you can continue getting more DPS from it. It's nice that the dash gives you invincibility, so you can go right through bullets with it. Oh, I think I got out of the way of that in time. It is a little unreliable at times. Ah, hit a wall and that stopped me from getting away. Give me that health back. There, got him. Life's a peach. See y'all. See you later, folks. Good night, everybody. That's what he says. That's what Yakko says when he makes a bad joke. Or wacko. Like I can... there's... Well, Yakko and Dot, let's be real. Soy Jacko. That's the new one. Could you imagine? Yeah, shotgun just feels so much stronger. I mean, it's a horde game. Of course the shotgun's gonna be stronger than a machine pistol. The ricochet is quite nice, though. Just to put up a bouncy wall of death. I don't need a second apple a day yet. Ah. Match 2 on juice is kind of lame. Always do want to be making use of the mines. It's just extra damage for free. As soon as your last one goes out, you can just place another. But also, like, there's no penalty for hitting the button when it's not ready. It just won't do anything. Oh, man. Controller aiming. It's not like it's implemented badly, it's just never gonna be as good. Well, I suppose increased range does matter when you have the... Oh, I meant to do the power-up. When you have Ricochet. Yeah, at this point, it's getting pretty bad. The lower damage of the Groom is starting to get real noticeable. Just shoot that thing forever and it doesn't move. Yeah, those turrets have tons and tons of health. Well, now I need to use the heal. The Groom is even better at taking out those turrets, though, which is what's really kind of scary, since the Bride has short range. So even at that modest range, she's losing a lot of damage. Ah, got tagged. Ricochet's putting in some good work. Ricochet plus an enhanced range is quite nice. Oh, I didn't see that guy was still there. Nope, don't touch me with that. I don't remember what selective breeding is. An extra heart. We take those. get rid of the fruit bowls first, since they produce additional enemies, not just threats. I had a feeling I was getting hit there. Here comes the Poompas. The Poompas take a million bajillion hits and just chase you down. Yeah, they're one of the few enemies that can survive stepping on a mine. Oh, don't touch me with that. Nope, no bloobs. Huh, that was close. Alright, finally use some super mode. Use it to take out a single crystal. I suppose I'm getting the hang of it. This run is like starting to come together, you know. I'm feeling solvent despite the increased difficulties. So I think I will use the shop to make this run more viable. Bananas on patrol. Yeah, not having any super mode upgrades, I feel is starting to hurt me. Oh, yep, getting surrounded. If only I had some sort of spread weapon. Yeah, I need the health. You get away from me. Fire rate's definitely good. I'd like to see another one of those. Ah. It can be a little hard to tell living enemies from the recently deceased, which kind of sounds a bit fucked up. Got a trophy. Dude, that's messed up. Yeah, one good way of doing things is like to clear out one direction while leaving a mine behind you, which will help clear your escape route. Whether it blows up or just shoots its discs. Oh, yeah. Let myself get surrounded. Boom. Do love that heal. Let me out. Ouch. It's a little hairy. I'm getting through. Yeah, more bullet damage, more bullet damage. And now yeah, shoot like twice as much. Yes. Yes, please. Those are plums, I guess, on the sides. Plum snipers. Yeah, the second power up. The second Tough Nuts is like incredible. Okay, let's get some upgrades. The first one costs 100, and it costs more like every time after that. But I'm just gonna spend and spend. 400 minerals, you got it. Yeah, we're going all the way on this one. So I want, like, everything. Oh, I can place 2 mines, nice. Okay. That will do for now. I'll take the rest by level up. Now that's one fine apple. Just check real quick. Yeah, everything looks good. Thy cake is ours. Hast thou no perspective? Thou art on a date with Zestiny. Yeah, once you get some good upgrades, the supers are insane. And they come back super fast. Oh yeah, and 2 mines. And now I just sit there and deliver. So you can see the difference some upgrades brings is quite significant. Winning is basically completely free once you get enough upgrades. And just being able to pay for them with, you know, a few thousand minerals makes things trivially easy. That said, the end of the game is still pretty hard, because, like, it gets real dicey. It gets downright juicy. fact that you can basically start every room with a super if you want, including one that does that, it makes things a lot more approachable. Oh look, my super's ready again. Time to go to the next room. Occasionally fire a homing missile. Oh, I didn't get that one last time. Neat. Come on, throw in the actual enemies. There's something to be said about visual noise once your bullets get suitably extreme. Remember when I was using a machine pistol and now I'm using whatever this doomsday weapon is? There's the pomegranates. Thank you. Thank you for releasing me. Yeah, and you start also to get a lot of minerals from each kill. So, like, even spending them all on upgrades, it's like, sure, just do whatever you want. You'll get them back. Well, don't forget the 2 mines. Oh, you need all the firepower you can get. The game, stopped being hard, I think. At this point of upgrades, I think the Groom is stronger. Basically for being able to just shoot wherever you want. And having a better super. The Bride super, even fully upgraded, is like pretty good, but is not this insane. Just shoot in circles, you'll hit something. And remember, there are no attacks that do a full heart of damage to me anymore since I got the upgrade that makes red bullets only do half. And I heal a heart and a half whenever I use the healing power if I need to. So, like, dying isn't really a concern anymore either. Oh, did I clear that wave too quickly? Yeah, I did. At that point, it's not reinforcements anymore, it's just enforcements. Bigger bullet. Oh, jeez, they're huge. Bigger bullets. Got the mines behind me to keep me safe. At least somewhat safe. Raspberry killed before it can even get active by just the passive damage of the mines. Yeah, I cleared all the static enemies before I even have to start really thinking about how to play. When you're making a roguelike, you know, that's the thing you gotta worry about, is how strong is the player going to get? You want to make the game harder as it goes, but you can't make it too hard or else a player who hasn't gotten enough upgrades yet will just be, like, totally lost. That feels pretty bad. But also, if the player gets too strong, you get into this situation where they kind of don't need to think anymore. And, like, that's a less bad outcome, but you still don't want that to happen. Of course, the fact that you can get every upgrade, even if it requires, you know, buying from the store, does somewhat negate the idea of, like, randomly stumbling across a good build. You can get a good build every time, if you buy it. And you get so many minerals from a successful run, which you're going to get from a good build, that you can always pay for it next time. So, like, the inconsistency of roguelikes is thoroughly smashed in that way. Which is not necessarily an all bad thing, but it's probably not what you were intending. Remember when it took me a long time to kill those fruit bowls, and now we're fighting stronger ones, and I'm just mowing through them? Good times. Oh look, my super's back again. At this point, the fruits should just be like, "We're sorry! We'll give you your cake back!" Oh good, another level. Now I have 5 hearts. Oops, I accidentally took a hit. And cleared them all. And now that I have the double heart upgrade, whenever I clear a room, I gain half a heart back. Because, you know, I didn't have enough sustain. Oh, there's that sarcasm disease coming through again. Because, you know, even though I already have a lot of sustain, the game keeps giving me more. Further trivializing it itself. That's what I meant to say when I was sarcastic. When I said the sarcastic thing. Don't even need to use the power for healing because, yep, gain half a heart back. Oh. Well, let's see here. We got some turrets, we got some fruit balls, and we got nothing as it happens. We got death. Who else wants to get a little? Anyone else? Oh, the papayas. You see a wave of bullets coming at you. I'm sorry! All this for a cake! Gentlemen, we got him. Mission accomplished. Third boss time. I'm already back above all the minerals that I had at the start. How dreadful. The sight of you is unappealing. You are too late. Fear my genetically modified power. King Crisper. Oh, he puts you in the crisper. Let's take these out real quick. And these ones. Yeah, that's all the ads dealt with. And my power's back. Just drop his health. Okay, start paying attention again. Oh, now he goes into phase 2, where there's 2 of him. And what's funny is this actually makes it a lot easier for the bride because her special is like a circle of bullets around herself, so you can hit both of them at the same time. The groom can only hit one. So it is very slightly slower. Not much, though. Splorch. Yeah, get some bullets while you dash sometimes. But, like, yeah, it's not much. Where are we? This is the Crystal Palace. Inside the Fruit Realm, I fear the worst for the cakes that have been brought here. But why is the environment so purpley? The sun primarily emits light in a blue-violet spectrum, and that has allowed us to grow much larger than your Earth fruits. Now it all makes sense. Keep focused. I'm not certain what awaits you here, but know this. You can phase dash across small gaps on the floor. That's important. The fiends, they've converted cakes into fruit cakes. And they're very tanky. Which I suppose is a joke about how fruitcakes are really, really dense. And just think about all the money you could get from selling these living papayas. Papayas are so expensive. All these exotic fruits. You make a killing. Forget the minerals. Would a vegan eat these fruits? I mean, they are alive. But they're also evil. Does that count for anything? And now the durian, the king of fruit. You really want to kill those early, because they are nasty. But like, even if you take some hits, what does it matter? You can just regen it. Let the ricochet take care of the enemies as they come in. Yeah, get me over here, nerds. Oh. Just waltzed into some enemies that were pre-spawned. I consider how much, like, damage, how much I put out with the super, and see how long the cake lasts under that. It's, like, pretty impressive. As far as a cake can be impressive at combat. It's not as impressive when you don't have the super going. Also, the music here slaps. Oop, almost got hit. Oh. That would have been embarrassing. So, like, the Durians only very occasionally shoot one bullet that's aimed at you. I don't know if it even does more damage, or if it should, but I'm reducing it. Like, the bullet is, like, grayish. Also, these golden apples stick to you, and it looks kind of bad. Sure, let's pop a heal. I can afford it, I'm rich. Well, it was a little worrying for a moment, but then I got my super up, and I'm not worried anymore. And it's ready again. Because it goes up based on how many enemies you hit, or how many times you, like, hit with bullets. Which, of course, I'm doing quite frequently, since I'm, you know... I'm an army that walks on 2 legs. And also I have the passives that make it fill faster, so it fills even faster. To the point of almost meaninglessness. How polite for them to wait until the minerals despawn before walking in. Gimmick here is these, like, blocks that you need to shoot before you can get into them. Which means that cake is really well protected. Oh, they got me. But it's ready again. Just see how fast it fills. Oh, got hit right as I cleared the room. Oh, I suppose I'll just heal. But now I don't have any power to do this room quickly. I'll live. I'll live. Olives aren't fruit, you can't say that. It just smacks of a game that could use a little more time in the oven, you know, in terms of balancing. But at the same time, I do appreciate a game that's not balanced. I love it when I can just break games wide open. I'm just concerned that you don't have to do enough. You have to do so little to break the game in this. It's almost the default way of playing. Or like an inevitability of playing it that you'll break it. I wonder if people said that this game was too hard and the dev made it easier. Because I did, like, stumble across a guide on this game that said, like, in order to have a successful run, you almost certainly need to buy a bunch of things from the shop. Which, like, obviously made things a lot easier. But I probably would have made it anyway, and... Also, the bread is so much stronger that I didn't need to use the shop at all in the first time. I think I got one card just to try it out. But, like, it was pretty unnecessary. So either the person who wrote that guide is just awful at this game, which is a possibility, or the game used to be harder. I ran into something, didn't see it. Look at these cool guys. These cool wet garbage and turpentine smelling guys. I'll be right with you, gentlemen. That's the major threats dealt with. Those turrets are so tanky that being able to kill them while you're invincible is a massive bonus. And knowing that the firepower from your super won't go wasted on them, because even with it, it takes so much to kill them. Can I proceed? Oh, okay. They also give... These Durians give so many minerals. It's final boss time, and it's not difficult. Oh, look what they've done to your cake. Oh no, I'm too late. You've ruined our cake! For that, I will beat you to a pulp. They befruited the cake. The first step definitely is just like clearing a safe path around the perimeter. The main threat is these crystals, which do take a long time to kill, but like, it's not like you're in that much danger really, especially because the shields that are protecting the cake are also protecting you. Takes a while to chew through them. Alright, next power up I'll use to heal myself. Boink. Well, they're getting through. Alright. Wade in. Oh, just shreds them. And like, I get a super basically every other attack wave. Oh, you're charging up? It's nice. Like, it makes stronger fruit as it goes on, but it is not remotely enough. Like, that's pretty dangerous. Too bad I'm almost... After having used it for healing, I'm immediately back at full power. I think I'm gonna let you live. We got them, boys. Up to 51,000 minerals. It survived. The cake has been cleansed. Not a trace of fruit on it. You're going to be fine now. Well, sort of. I mean, I'm going to eat you. But at least no fruit will ever be inside you again. That's the game. It's fun, you know? It's not well balanced. And it doesn't do that much special aside from, like, fruit puns. But it is basically fun and functional, and it runs like really smoothly. Games like this often run into limitations with the engine. Obviously, it's not the issue that the computer can't run it, but engines on cheap engines will stutter with all that garbage on screen. You put that much stuff on screen, and some engines just don't render it properly. But this one didn't have a problem with it. Obviously, it does get kind of messy to look at, but only really once you're at a point where you're so strong that you're not in any danger. I wouldn't want to do a no-hit run of this game. I think that would be awful. But winning it isn't a problem. By the time it gets hard to parse, you're a god among men. Sure did. So, I mean, I was gonna show the bride, but like, I beat the game. On stream, even. The bride is just that with a shotgun instead. It's pretty much the same. So, I'm gonna call it there. It was a fine video game, and I'll have the schedule up shortly. I've already got it ready. And I'll see you next week. See you tomorrow. See you next time. All of those nexts.